very good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. It is Friday.
Yoo-hoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah,
March
we like Fridays.
the 27th. We are talking about the snow from yesterday, cold temperatures in for the weekend, and also some snow. I'm Rachel Schoutsen.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and I hope you had a good night. It was a bit of a mixed bag yesterday. You said you saw snow along the lake shore yesterday downtown.
Yeah.
I was coming back from King City yesterday, and just a tiny bit of rain. So really, you had a mixed bag of precipitation. Some places got more than others.
For sure, depending on where you were. When I was on the Gardner, it was really a terrible drive into the downtown. Very slow, thick, heavy, wet flurries.
Well, today's not looking all that bad. There is a little precipitation around southern Ontario.
So it's going to be some hit and miss flurries. That's what we are looking at throughout the morning hours, even in towards the afternoon as well. When we look at who could be seeing the most amount of snow, 1 to 2 centimeters, that's going to be down into the Niagara region. We'll have your full forecast coming up, but first, here's Tom. Well, it's looking a little cold. Yeah, we are still below seasonal. We are still calling for snow. Have a look at this. This is the upper level trough in the atmosphere here. So this is where we could see around 2 to 4 centimeters of snow in some of the hardest hit areas. That's going to be down towards Niagara Falls. For the GTA, we're talking about trace amounts here. It's going to be a dry day on Saturday, but Sunday evening and into Monday, we're looking at this coming through. So this is going to be rain, some flurries. We'll have the details. I'm happy you're here. It's Friday. It's March the 27th. We're talking about cool temperatures. Yes, again, some scattered flurries possible as well. We'll have all the details throughout the show. I'm Rachel Schoutsen.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. I'm happy you're here, too. To be honest with you, it's Friday. You know, we're just in that mood. It's good. So you're in for Emily, and it's a good start to the day. Got a few mixed bag of weather, really, out there.
It was a very dry month in terms of tornadoes for March throughout the U.S., but certainly came in with a bang. Now, we'll talk about the flurries throughout the hour, throughout the show. This is what we're seeing right now. Clear for the GTA, but could certainly be moving in throughout the morning hours. But first, let's have a look at the roads. Here's Tom. And it is going to be a little dreary for today. Yesterday, it was pretty interesting, wasn't it? If you were caught in some of those big, heavy, wet flurries, you could have sworn it was January. We'll show you some footage from Hamilton coming up throughout the show. But this is what we are dealing with today. This is an upper level trough here, and this is bringing some scattered flurries throughout southern Ontario. When we look at some of the harder hit areas, that's going to be down towards Niagara Falls. For the GTA, we're talking about trace amounts of snow here, very scattered. 0 this afternoon, winds 25, 40 kilometers an hour, so it's definitely going to be breezy. And as we look at the snow, trace amounts for the GTA, again, higher for Niagara. Yeah, it's going to be a clear weekend in terms of Saturday. Perfect if you're heading out to the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival. Yeah, that's going on tomorrow. But this is what it's going to look like into this afternoon. Not too hot. No, 0 degree for the city of Toronto. And notice the flurry icon coming into play. Yeah, we do have an upper level trough. And this is going to be bringing some scattered flurries throughout southern Ontario. So you see it here. And the hardest hit area, I'm going to say down towards the Niagara region. This is where we could get around 2 centimeters of snow. So no, this is by no means a big dumping of snow, but it's enough when we talk about the end of March, right? This is what it looks like into the afternoon. 0 degree, winds 25, 30 kilometers an hour, so it's going to be breezy, the potential to get up to 40 with the gusts. And this is a widespread look at some of that snow. Eastern end of Lake Ontario, again, some of the higher amounts. And then, wait for it here, we are watching for this. High pressure on Saturday, good news, but Sunday and into Monday, that's the next system looking at mixing. A very good morning to you. Just after 6 a.m., it is March the 27th, and I want to let you know that right now in Timmins, it is minus 24 with a wind chill of minus 32.
Well, Timmins is sort of like that all year.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Timmins sort of stays that way.
Just in August.
It's always freezing. No, it's not true. Cheryl Poof actually is from Timmins.
Oh,
Her parents live in Timmins, so she gets regular updates all the time from up in the Timmins location. But it's just one of those places on Earth that I don't think I want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, Timmins, but really, that's the way it is. But anyway, it's cold out there. Here, it's feeling cold. You know what it's going to be out in Calgary today? It's of a little flurry here and there. Yeah.
So not shovel-worthy snow. No way.
No, just annoying snow. At this point, it doesn't matter what form it is. It's just annoying.
I agree. Conversational snow. That's what I like to call it. Just snow you're going to talk about because you can't believe.
This is awful. I hate this. That's conversation. I hate snow. Okay.
I hate it too. Okay, let me show you this. Must-see video. Hey, look, it's snow. This is what happened yesterday on top of the mountain in Hamilton. Yeah, depending on the elevation you were at, you saw the snow or you saw the wet rain. This really, well, rain is always wet, but you know what I mean. That very heavy, wet, snowy kind of rain. That was yesterday's story. What are we dealing with today? Well, the cool temperatures certainly coming into play. I'll have more details on this, but first, here's Tom. Wet rain, you like that?
Yeah, wet rain, wet snow, whatever, either way, it's going to be wet one way or t'other. If you're heading out onto the highways, we're okay.
It's looking a little cool, that's for sure, and we'll be seeing the snow as well. I'll tell you more details coming up, but first, let's focus in on today. Today, with that upper level trough in place, this is where we're getting into a few of the light flurries. Yeah, you're likely to see them throughout the GTA for the city of Toronto later throughout the morning and into the afternoon. High pressure does come into place for Saturday. Brilliant sunshine, still cool, but we're waiting for this. This is going to be our next system to come through, and you can see it really affects all of Ontario. We're looking at some mixing. That's going to be Sunday night and in through Monday, and then also the potential for another wet day on Tuesday. Well, it's not feeling like spring or summer yet. No, not at all. We do have an upper level trough in place, and this is not going to be bringing as much precipitation as we saw yesterday. A pretty decent amount of snow in some higher elevations. I was on the Gardiner and really saw that yesterday. But today it's going to be more scattered flurries. When we look at the harder hit areas, looking to be around Niagara Falls or the eastern end of Lake Ontario. When we talk about the GTA, really trace amounts of snow throughout the day today. Conversational snow. Snow to just talk about, not really to dust off the car or shovel. We're waiting for this, though. Great day on Saturday, but Sunday night and into Monday, look at all that moisture for Ontario, really the whole province here. And this is where we could get into some mixing, some very slushy kind of weather. And then this is our next system. Some models disagreeing with this right now, but we could get into another wet system in for Tuesday. More details coming up. And also this story. Check this out. There you have it. Vancouver is the Earth Hour City Champion. And you know what? We'll be talking a lot about Earth Hour throughout the show. Kevin Yard is at the Green Living Show. Yeah, we'll have all those details coming up. But first, let's talk about this. This is what Saturday is going to look like. -1 for the city of Toronto. The sunshine is the positive here because the temperatures certainly are not. Yeah, it's still feeling winter-ish, let's say. Saturday, cold, but with that sun and cloud. When we look at Sunday, that's when we do have an approaching system. It's really going to affect all of Ontario here, coming in out of the west, and we're going to see the winds start to be very gusty throughout the evening hours, and this is still going to affect you into Monday as well. We're talking about some mixing here. So that heavy wet snow that we saw yesterday, likely to see some flurries again today. Little traces of winter still with us. And then on Monday, temperatures should be around 5 degrees, but still seeing some of that active weather. Okay, more weather details are coming up, but first let's turn it over to traffic. Well, thanks so much for joining us. It's Friday, March the 27th, and tomorrow is Earth Hour.
Yeah, so it's between what, 8 and 9?
8:30 and 9:30.
8:30 and 9:30,
yeah.
so you have to shut all your lights off?
Yeah, and you want to know what I thought was kind of funny is
What?
in other years, you know, it's right in the middle of the Leaf game. You have to shut off the TV.
Then you might as well shut your TV
off. You have to shut her down.
In the middle of the Leafs game, shut her off.
Just turn it right off.
Yeah, in fact, start around 8. Yeah, shut it off around 8.
Good
and there you go.
But it is Earth Hour.
They lost again last night.
So shut it off.
Yeah, and I like you were talking about one down around the Mill Street Brewery.
Not what you want to hear at the end of March. We will have more on the forecast today and into tomorrow. Sunshine for tomorrow, but what will the temperatures be like? Answers coming up next, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, we are starting off Saturday with some very nice sunshine, but below seasonal temperatures. So that's the downfall here. High pressure in place, looking pretty good, but we are watching for this. This system's going to move through, and this is going to be bringing some precipitation late Sunday and in through Monday. Looking at some mixing, so that wet, heavy snow, likely to see that, and then also watching for this as well. This is going to be our next chance of getting some rain, and that looks to be on Tuesday. Still having some disagreements with the models here, but here it is, the next 7 days for the city of Toronto. Great to see ya. It's Friday, March the 27th, and we're talking about some cool air, some light flurries, and Earth Hour. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, Earth Hour, 8:30 to 9:30. Yeah, in fact, if the Leafs game on, you can shut it off earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, hey,
Power down.
Sit in the dark.
You know what? You can go to Mill Street Brewery. They're having something in the dark, drink beer in the candlelight, the beaches as
Nothing
well.
wrong with that.
Yeah, it sounds awesome, doesn't it? And you know what? Kevin Yard is at the Green Living Show. So
Right.
What a way to kick off Earth Hour. Kevin, what's going on? Something about the maple trees. Fill us in. Are we going to Kevin? Maybe not. Maybe? I don't think so. Okay.
You can't hear us.
Kevin
Okay.
can't hear us.
Well, we'll find out about one thing that's going on right now all over Ontario.
Yeah. This is what was happening yesterday, that very wet snow. Some of you saw just straight rain. Look at that slush and that sludge there. Very sloppy weather. Straight rain for some, wet flurries for others. I know I was on the Gardiner yesterday afternoon, and that was a very slow drive as you tried to make your way into the downtown. Okay, this is what the radar is looking like right now. You can sort of see those patchy flurries right throughout southern Ontario. Likely to see them in the GTA, but just very light snow. That's going to be the nature of it throughout the day today. Okay, let's take a look at the roads right now. Here's Tom. All right, thanks so much, Tom. Now, as we take a look at this, high pressure's in place. Saturday is going to be nice and sunny, but cool. Below seasonal still, I know. We're going to see this moisture move in late day Sunday and in through Monday. The Monday morning drive to work is going to be messy. And then watching for this, some models and a little bit of disagreement right now, but could get another round of rain for Tuesday. And the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival, that is tomorrow. Yeah, put that into your plans. It is an amazing event, and it is delicious. Yesterday, I actually made ginger maple salmon out of that maple syrup from Elmira, and it was delicious. Okay, let's get into our temperature forecast right now. Saturday, -1 for Toronto. It is certainly not feeling like spring, is it? No, we're certainly still into winter here. Saturday, cold. The sun and cloud moves through, yes, and then we're talking about some wet weather Sunday and in through Monday. More details ahead. But first, here's Tom. It's Friday. It's March the 27th. We're dealing with some cooler air in play and some flurries, and it doesn't look so great weather-wise.
Well, yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, from the standpoint of the drive, though, it's okay. We've got a few flurries here and there that are spotty to the west of us, but nothing major, which is good news from the standpoint of the drive. So, and it's Friday, typically lighter.
Yes, so it's all good in terms of, you know, it's not the worst weather we've seen, but it's just bad for end of March cold flurries.
I know, but this is the time of year. This is the time of year that we have this flow between the good and the bad.
Totally. You know? The good and the bad. Okay, let's go to the good. That's Kevin Yard. He's at the Green Living Show. And Kevin, fill us in. What a morning it is. There we go. Delicious boxed water. Okay, you can check that out at the Green Living Show this weekend. First, we'll check this out here. Some scattered flurries throughout southern Ontario. Likely to see them in the GTA. But I want to check in with Tom right now. Big problems out on the roads. Okay, this is it. The next 7 days for the city of Toronto. You can see here, it's going to be a little cool on Saturday. The overnight low Friday into Saturday for the city of Toronto is going to be the wind chill of -15. Very cool here. But you see, temperatures gradually are going to climb. Now, I want to talk about Sunday and into Monday. Very likely that we will get some mixing in between here. And then Tuesday, still looking at the models, but likely to get another round of some mixing. All right, today, dress like winter because it's going to feel like it. It's going to look like it, too. We are seeing light flurries throughout the GTA. For us, trace amounts and active weather for Sunday. All right, the weekend is not looking too bad. Saturday, lots of nice sunshine. Cooler, though. Still feeling like winter-ish. -7. Sunday, this is where we are going to see some precipitation move in late day and in through Monday. And Kevin promised it. He's doing yoga. That's all coming up. Nice to see you. 7:44 a.m. It is Friday, March the 27th, and tomorrow is Earth Hour.
It is indeed, yeah. Time to turn your lights off just before the Leafs game.
Yep, shut the game right off.
Shut the game right off, leave it off. Don't even turn it back on.
It's a great way to conserve energy.
Sure.
And you know what? If you want to get out, you can also go down to the beaches at Q Beach. They're having a nice candlelight sort of walk along the beach with paper lanterns. Mill Street Brewery also.
Yeah, you can have a beer in the dark.
Beer in the dark. Sounds good, right? So Kevin is kicking off Earth Hour. He is at the Green Living Show doing some yoga. Kevin, fill us in.
Well, thanks.
Excellent.
She's just being nice. Okay, back inside of the studio, you guys.
Yeah, Kevin, pretty flexible in that sports jacket and jeans, right? Thanks, Kevin, for that. And you're not going to thank me for this. No. This is some light scattered flurries throughout the GTA. You can see them now heavily throughout southwestern Ontario, lightly just creeping in closer to the Niagara region. Tom, you were looking at some of the traffic cameras. How are they looking in terms of the snow? Well, we're seeing those scattered flurries throughout the day today and cold. It is going to feel like winter today. The overnight low in the city of Toronto with the wind chill -15. So cool temperatures. Saturday, high pressure comes into play. Beautiful sunshine, but we're waiting for this. This is the next system, and it's really going to affect all of Ontario here. And the GTA will start to feel that Sunday night and in through Monday. Well, a very good morning to you and happy Friday. Woohoo!
We love Fridays.
We do. It's March the 27th, and tomorrow it could be a very sweet day if you head to Elmira.
Oh yeah, beautiful maple syrup. This is the time of year. Oh yeah, it's just awesome. A lot of folks tapping the trees right now and making their own maple syrup. So yummy.
And you know what? A lot of people say, it was a very slow start. We had those very cold temperatures, and many people might think, well, it will be a bad season for maple syrup. But I was able to talk to one of the harvesters, and he said, when you work hard for it, sometimes it comes out even better. So it could be even sweeter this year with the slow start.
That's not bad. I like good maple syrup.
That's for sure.
Beautiful.
All right, now Kevin Yard, he's at the Green Living Show today. Kevin, earlier you were showing us some boxed water, which might be a good option, some yoga. What's coming up next? All right, thanks so much, Kevin. The Green Living Show is something you can check out this weekend at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. It's also Earth Hour on Saturday, so shut everything off from 8:30 to 9:30, including the Leaf game. All right, let's look at this. This is some of the flurries that is moving through Ontario. We're seeing some heavier amounts down through southwestern Ontario. And Tom, you've been looking at the traffic cameras. What's it looking like through the GTA? Are we seeing any popping up yet?
Not really.
Well, it looks cold. Yeah, if you wanted spring-like temperatures, well, you'll have to go somewhere else, not in the GTA. Today is cold. The city of Toronto has issued an extreme cold warning. Yeah, the wind chill is going to feel like minus 15 through the overnight tonight. So tomorrow, we're done with the flurries. Yeah, today you can expect some flurries. We're done with that tomorrow. High pressure comes into place, but we're watching for this. This is the next system to roll through. It's going to be snow throughout northern Ontario and very likely to see some mixing for us here in the GTA. That's going to be Sunday night and in through Monday morning. No problems at all if you're okay with this snow. Yeah, a little bit of flurries throughout the day today. We have an upper level trough in place. Harder hit areas are going to be Niagara Falls as well as eastern shores of Lake Ontario. And then this is what the next 7 days looks like. It's going to be cold. If you're going to the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival tomorrow morning, wind chills. It's going to feel like winter. The city of Toronto has issued an extreme cold alert, but light at the end of the tunnel. 9 degrees by next week. That's just 8:45 a.m. It's Friday. It's March the 27th. And we're talking about the cold. I'm Rachel Schoutsen.
I'm Tom Reynolds. Yeah, cold weather alert for tonight in Toronto. So the temperatures are going to drop and we're going to get some wind chills. So it's still one last kick at the can for winter.
One last one.
But maybe. We hope it's one last one. But anyway, so we are looking at some cold air. We're still surrounded by one massive ice block with all the Great Lakes still partially frozen.
For sure. It's going to feel like minus 15 through the overnight tonight.
Oh, good.
I know.
Oh, good.
Just in case you missed February, we're bringing it back.
I might walk the dog late tonight so I can freeze.
So you know what? Head indoors. Maybe this weekend you want to check out the Green Living Show. That's exactly where we find Kevin Yard. Good morning, Kevin. No, Foodprint. Didn't have an idea about that, Kevin. Thanks so much for bringing us that. You can check out more of these green ideas at the Green Living Show this weekend. Also this weekend is Earth Hour. Shut everything off from 8:30 till 9:30. And let's look at this now. This is a look at the radar. We can see those flurries moving through. You can start to see just around the southern shores here, lots of snow activity going on, but in through the GTA, we're likely to see those light flurries throughout the day today. So of course, we'll keep you up to date on that. But first, let's check in with Tom and have a look at the roads. Yeah, the weekend is looking cold, especially Saturday. If you're heading out to the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival, dress for wind chills like February. Overnight tonight, the city of Toronto feels like minus 15. Extreme cold alert is in place. Today, we're seeing spotty flurries throughout southern Ontario, and this is the trend over the next 7 days. Sunday and in through Monday, we do see a system push through. Very windy conditions, likely to see that mixing. Tuesday wet again, but temperatures will climb closer to next Friday. This is not what you want to see. Other places just saw straight rain. I was on the Gardiner yesterday heading downtown, and the snow really slowed down the drive. Just between about 11:15 a.m. to about noon, it was that thick, wet snow. So snow for some, rain for others. Same story goes again today. Likely to see those flurries throughout the GTA. Much lighter in nature, however, and cooler. Wow, 0 degree for Toronto. That's going to be the daytime high. Still feeling very much like winter. The winds as well are going to be an issue. Winds 25 kilometers an hour sustained. Gusts have the potential to get up to around 40 kilometers an hour. Now this is a very windy situation, but as we head stateside, I want to show you this. Look at this. The reason why we are seeing those flurries today, the upper level trough in place, those gusty winds that we were talking about, they're coming right out of the northwest, so it's going to be cold. Overnight tonight for the city of Toronto, the wind chill, minus 15. signs of January, signs of February, really, almost. Very cool in terms of this. And this is the snow here. 2 to 4 centimeters in some of the harder hit areas. That's eastern shores of Lake Ontario, as well as down into the Niagara region. It's going to be a clear day on Saturday. Beautiful sunshine, cooler. And then we're waiting for this. This is going to be our next system Sunday and in through Monday. Looking at mixing. That is just incredible. I go skiing about once a year. Yeah, I went actually a few weeks ago, and I couldn't even imagine doing something like that. Awesome story, Deb. Deb is our reporter out in Calgary. Now, I'm glad you've joined us because it is cool. Yeah, it's cold, actually. The City of Toronto has issued an extreme cold warning for the overnight tonight, where temperatures are going to feel like minus 15. Through the afternoon, this is the story here, 0 degrees. Flurries moving through. All right, so let me take you inside where we'll join Kevin Yard. Kevin, you're at the Green Living Show, and it's an event that's running all weekend long. Tell us about it. Awesome, guys. Yeah, I like the bike, too. Great ideas there, and it's something you can check out, of course, to kick off Earth Hour. That is starting tomorrow. Shut everything off from 8:30 till 9:30. Before we go here, here's a look at the temperatures this afternoon. 0 in the City of Toronto, and wind gusts to about 40 kilometers an hour. Long Ranger, I'm Rachel Schoutsen, joining me, Dr. Doug Gillum, and we've been joking a lot with this forecast. It's unpleasant weather, it's inappropriate, it's are you dreaming of a white Easter? What's going on, Doug?
I don't think people are finding this very humorous, the all too familiar pattern. Mid-spring-like weather in the west. Late winter continues to hold on from the Great Lakes to Atlantic Canada. The pattern persists through early next week. Now, Saturday, the coldest day this weekend. Now, you know, just a few weeks ago, we would have been excited by those high temperatures approaching 0. But
it's all the perspective.
It is. It's average high this time of year, 7-8 degrees, so well below what we should be. Now, Sunday will be a few degrees milder, still below seasonal, and it becomes windy, so it's not like you're going to really feel at the most. Monday, a chilly day, not spring-like, but just a few wet flurries, and once again, windy, wind gusts well over 60 kilometers per hour.
Okay, we keep hearing chilly, chilly, chilly. I just want to put this into comparison, okay? So we saw that nice ridge over the west.
Right.
Throw out a number.
Medicine Hat up near 20 degrees on Friday. Those milder temperatures, well, a taste of that tries to get here later on in the long range.
Good news.
But another clipper comes through, some rain, snow showers on Tuesday. Now, we haven't seen this very often.
Yeah,
milder.
pretty nice.
For ever so briefly. Unfortunately for Easter weekend, back to well below seasonal temperatures.
This again.
Yeah, keeping an eye on a Gulf system that probably stays to our south and east, but something to keep an eye on. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. As we go towards the middle and latter half of the month, a milder pattern for us.
Warmer
This weather segment.
And you know what? I have to agree. I was chatting with Fred a few weeks ago. That's when we shot that. And of course, the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival is tomorrow. But that exact bottle of maple syrup, last night I made maple ginger salmon. It was delicious. You got to check that out. That is tomorrow all day long. One of the biggest maple syrup festivals in Canada. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, there you go. Now, this is what the conditions are going to look like for Saturday. If you are heading out to Elmira, it's going to be around minus 2 degrees. You'll see the sunshine, but you'll have to dress a little bit warmer. Into the GTA, minus 1 for the City of Toronto. And then Sunday, this is a little snapshot of this. Temperatures are warming, 3 degrees. There's the good news here. You'll see the sunshine more throughout the morning. Cloud will continue to build, and then that's when we're going to get into some mixing with our next system. Yesterday, I was up on the mountain in Hamilton, and it really was snowing quite a bit there. It almost felt like a January day. And then I was on the Gardiner, actually, as well, heading into Toronto, and also very slow in terms of the traffic because of that heavy and that wet snow. So in terms of today, what will you be facing? Well, flurries are going to be in the forecast. We see this upper level trough here that's bringing some instability into the atmosphere. And when we talk about the flurries, trace amounts throughout the GTA, but a little more down towards the Niagara region, and then also eastern shores of Lake Ontario as well. So some flurries today, clear for Saturday, back into play for Sunday. That's going to be Sunday night, and it could be a very messy commute Monday morning. Or you can head down to the beaches. The beaches are doing a candlelight walk with paper lanterns. I'm sure that will be beautiful. Or you can head to Mill Street Brewery, U of T also at their Science Center. They're also doing an astro walk. There's tons of stuff to do. And of course, conserve energy because we all win when we do that, right? Okay, we're not winning in terms of the temperatures here. This is this afternoon, 0. By the way, the City of Toronto has issued an extreme cold alert. Yeah, this late in the game, issuing these alerts, not good. With the wind chill, it's going to feel like -15 through the overnight tonight. And as we look into Toronto this afternoon, notice the winds, 25 kilometers an hour. That's sustained winds. We could see gusts, well, close to 40. So it's going to feel very breezy today and the wind chill coming into play. Let's take a look at the hourly here for the City of Toronto. Conditions in through Saturday as well. This is today's story here. Upper level trough in the atmosphere, and this is bringing some scattered flurries for many. We've already seen them this morning out through Kitchener. They'll move in through the GTA. When we look at some of the places that could see the most amount of snow, flurries here could pick up around 2 to 4 centimeters for Niagara Falls, and then also eastern shores of Lake Ontario. This is all going to clear out throughout this evening. High pressure is going to come into place, and let me show you what's setting up here. So high pressure moves in for Saturday, and then watch this. This is the next low. It's really going to affect everyone in Ontario here. This is snow to the north, and for us, that's going to be Sunday evening rather, and in through Monday morning, that's going to be some mixing. And then we're also keeping an eye on this low right here. Right now it's keeping it pretty south, but with the jet stream, it actually could pull it up a little bit and bring it into the GTA. So that's going to be Tuesday, the potential for some more mixing in play. The positive thing here is temperatures are rising 9 degrees by the end of next week. That's looking pretty good. You're watching the Weather Network this morning. It is Friday. It's March the 27th, and this weekend, it's all about going green. It's Earth Hour, of course, from 8:30 to 9:30. Shut everything off and save energy, and also head to the Green Living Show. That's where Kevin Yard is this morning. And Kevin, you've been doing yoga, testing out the boxed water. It's all about being green. And what else do you have for us today, Kevin? All right, something awesome to check out this weekend. Now, the weather this weekend, what's it shaping up to be? We have all the answers throughout the show, but first let's focus on this afternoon. This afternoon, 0. That certainly feels like winter, doesn't it? Yeah, winds. Also notice this, sustained at 25 kilometers an hour, but with the potential to gust up to around 40. So wind chill comes back into play. Yesterday, it was just very sloppy throughout the day yesterday. It cleared up very nicely, I would say at around 3 p.m., and temperatures actually warmed. It was about 5 degrees in Mississauga, so it was pretty comfortable. Today, no, not getting up to 5 degrees, but yes, seeing the snow. Light flurries with this upper level trough in place, just a lot of instability in the atmosphere here. And when we look at some places that could pick up a decent amount of snow for the end of March, we're now into spring. That's going to be Niagara Falls and also the eastern shores of Lake Ontario. So we clear that out of the way today. Tomorrow, high pressure comes into place. Sunshine but cold, still below seasonal, and then waiting for this. This is going to be Sunday evening and in through Monday. You can see it affects much of Ontario here. Snow to the north and mixing right here in the GTA.
This weather segment has been brought to you by Fisherman's Friends Lozenges. When the weather has you down, reach for a friend.